Hi, survivors. Welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe. We're going to talk about some cool stuff today: manifestation, power of words, the new supply, narcissistic abuse, a whole bunch of different things. So I'm pretty excited to say how our words can really change our destiny. And it's really important to take control back in our lives to deal with this healing process. So how do we do that? It's just a different shift in the way we say things. Um, and we have to take control over it. So if we want a positive outcome, our words need to be positive. Um, that we are doing something that, as opposed to, I'll never get the money for that, that just a little shift will make a difference. So, sometimes if you're sad, instead of saying, I'm so sad, say that I don't want to be sad anymore. I'm not going to be sad anymore. If you don't want to overeat, just instead of saying, man, I'm really craving that, just say, I'm not going to have that today. And it's just changing the outcome. If you're depressed and what you want a new relationship, if you start saying, I'm never going to find somebody, you won't. But if you say, when the time is right, I'll have someone, or I can't wait to meet my next love, it's just a different shift in your energy. I talked on my live chat about you get 3 millimeters extra around your heart to increase the energy field. And the energy in this universe is all intertwined. So people are going to be drawn to our energy, and our heart is going to be filled, made full when we have that 3 extra millimeters of that energy filled, to where it's going to take the pressure off our brain and fill our heart. So we're not pulling from negative memories, wandering thoughts. And I also had done some research where it says if you stay present in the moment when you're doing a certain task, you're going to be a lot happier, as opposed to doing that task and letting your mind wander. So it's either we're living just not in where we are right now. So we have to get into our own space, get into our own life. And that's where we're going to feel that we're living, as opposed to remembering or hoping. We're going to experience life. And when we experience life, we're happier. So how does this matter with narcissistic abuse? I know a lot of you are worried about the new supply, wondering what went wrong, and it's the way words are said. The narcissist will focus on negative, and we focus on the positive a lot of times. But during that reactive abuse, sometimes, we fuel the fire. And when dealing with the narcissist, it's a whole different world. It's real hard to get them snapped out of that negativity. Once they're in that devaluation stage, it's almost hopeless. They will not budge, and they don't like to compromise. Some narcissists can't compromise at all. Everything has to be their way. So we can only deal with what's in our life. So, it says that I'm always going to be out of shape. It's just too much work. Just say, I can do 10 minutes a day. It's just a different shift. And you deserve the best life that you can possibly live. And it's up to you to rewire your brain, to change the magnetic field around your heart. So you're full, you're able to give things instead of going from a stage of want. When we're thinking in our minds, it's a stage of want, and the narcissist is kind of always in that stage of want, and that's where the energy is off. That's why being around a narcissist can be draining. They are pulling from us. So as you're in these relationships with them, they you go in with a full heart, you're willing to give, but it starts to drain your heart, and then you start going into a state of want. Once you're in a state of want, it's two people wanting different things. And to give in to the narcissist, it's going to be draining, and it's always going to bring you into that state of want. So that's why it's important in any type of relationship to live in the present moment, to keep your friends, to do the things that you love, to live your own life with a partner, but to also live your life to where your hopes and dreams aren't gone or vanished, or the people you care about aren't taken from you. And in these relationships with a narcissist, we become isolated. We also are walking on eggshells. They have a certain way of making us feel guilty about hanging out with our friends. So we, try our best to keep, I got to make sure the sound is on. We try our best to maintain the relationship, but in doing so, we're losing ourselves. So with manifestation, it's amazing how it works, that the energy field needs to be built back up to where we can be our genuine self again. And we have to realize, it wasn't our fault, but we start getting negative, and we sometimes feel hopeless or lost or confused. And it's a mind shift that will bring you the life that you deserve. So, instead of thinking, I guess I wasn't good enough, just say, I was good enough. He just didn't see it, or she just didn't see it. And, you know, uh, another thing too is, instead of, what is it's a mind shift that like if you're wanting to date someone, like, why are there no good guys out there? You're not going to find the good guys because you're going to be thinking everybody is negative. All the people that you're searching are negative. You're going to look for flaws. Yep, he's got a flaw, he's got a flaw, or vice versa if you're male, female. So you have to say, the right person is out there for me, and you'll find the right person, as opposed to being negative. I can't find any good guys. That you're negative. Be positive, and you're going to start looking at the positive, like, oh, he's got this that I like. We also have to live the life. So if we want a caring partner, we have to be a caring person. If we want a clean person, we should be a clean person. And it matches us to the person we're supposed to be with. So when we're in this depressed state, we're not the optimum. And that's where we feel off and start thinking that we're never going to find love again. But if we get back to who we are, we start feeling good. We're going to have a confidence about us. We're going to be, I look the best I can. I'm clean. I'm this, I'm motivated. I'm happy. I'm energetic. And that's what you're going to draw to you instead of being down in the dumps. You're going to have people that are brought to you that aren't meant to be with you. They're going to match your vibrations. That's what you're going to match up to. So if you want somebody with a high vibration, confidence is sexy, and it's invigorating, it's motivating. And we also have to remember too that, I learned something today that, because with the new supply, a lot of times as soon as they get married or as soon as certain life events happen, that's when the devaluation stage really can get accelerated. So mine has recently gotten married, and with that finish line, the motivation is gone, the goal is achieved. And so they kind of settle into things. They lose that motivation. And that's when things start to fall apart. So within your life, don't look at it as this is the end all of it, that there is so much more to achieve in your life. So change your words, change your outlook. It's just a little shift. I can do it. After I study a little bit more, I can do it if I commit to exercising every week or whatever the situation is, as opposed to being in the negative. Bring yourself into that positivity and just love yourself that way. It's encouraging and it makes a difference. And you can manifest so many good things in your life just with a different change of wording, because what you say a lot of times will become reality. So don't say, I'm never going to be able to afford a house. Just say, I am going to focus on getting a house. And you're going to start doing the steps that is necessary, or whatever it is that you want. It's like a little experiment, that the energy field will really change your life. Something to try. And I'm going to say, I'm going to do that. Talk to you soon.